Hello there, welcome to Tech Trends. Tech Trends brings you the latest information from the world of technology, plus cutting-edge tools that will help you become more productive and effective in your daily routine. My name is Chukwemeka Agbata. Let's take a short break. When we are back, we will bring you up to date with the amazing world of information and communication technology.
New world, new view, loads of platforms, but it's all about the trends. Getting real-time updates as it happens is key, and sharing same is more important. Join Channels B, our online community of trending topics in the social cyberspace, where young Nigerians from around the world converge and engage in discussions that will shape the future of the country.
Every Monday, 3:30 p.m. Channels B, giving wings to new media.
Glad to have you again. Report has it that Google is testing its own buy now button in a bid to take some market share from Amazon. The company does not plan to open up its own e-commerce site or invest in any form of infrastructure. Instead, it is considering bringing together hundreds of merchants to make this happen. If you ask me, it looks like a joke, but then it's Google. Let's see how they pull this one off and how Amazon responds. Next on the hot update is the Sony's recent hack. The company recently experienced what some observers call the biggest hack in its history. The worst part of it is that beside all the data stolen, its employee data wasn't spared either. Again, security is the biggest challenge to modern computing, and in this case, no one is exempted. So I wonder who is next. But one of our goals on this show is to give you the right information that would help you protect yourself. Finally, it's called back to its roots, they say. BlackBerry recently launched BlackBerry Classic with QWERTY keyboard with an attractive design that is sure to please the rest of us who love BlackBerry. We will certainly bring you a more detailed review in the weeks ahead. Welcome to the Gadget segment. On the Gadget segment today, we'll be looking at Apple's latest flagship phones, the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 6 Plus. They were both unveiled a few months ago, and we've been getting inquiries asking us what are the main differences considering the fact they were both launched on the same day. So let me quickly let you in on what Apple aims to achieve with these new models. Apple wants to woo back Android users who previously used iPhone 4 and iPhone 5 but had to leave because of the small screen size. iPhone 6 and the iPhone 6 Plus now comes with a 4.7 and a 5.5-inch display screen. And how about speed? But the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 6 Plus comes loaded with an A8 64-bit chipset with a dual-core 1.4 GHz Cyclone processor powered with a GX 6450 quad-core graphics processor. And both also come with a 1 GB RAM for strong performance. They also come with a full HD display which delivers a very good picture clarity. The major difference between the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 6 Plus is really the screen size, which is a 4.7 and a 5.5-inch display respectively. The iPhone 6 Plus battery lasts much longer than the iPhone 6. Finally, let's talk about some new features introduced by Apple. One of the new features is the breakthrough Touch ID technology, which lets you secure your phone with your fingerprint, and also Apple's attempt to make your phone your wallet using the NFC with near-field computation technology. But I just wonder how this will work in Nigeria. What do you think? Leave a comment on our social media platforms and tell us what you think. CES is the biggest electronics show in the world, and CES 2015 wasn't any different. Now we'll start with a company called Sagos. Sagos is a Utah-based company that has just launched what it claims to be the phone with the largest storage capacity at the moment, known as the V Squared. Now let me read out some of the numbers. This phone has a 3 GB of RAM and 64 GB of onboard storage. In addition, it has 2 micro SD card slots that are expandable up to 128 GB, totaling 2 56 gigabyte. Now the phone comes with an Android 4.4 KitKat and also a 5-inch Full HD display with Corning Gorilla Glass 4 that runs edge to edge against the bezel. It is powered by a 2.5 GHz quad-core Snapdragon processor. The company first made an appearance at CES 2010 but disappeared shortly after it announced the very impressive V phone that offered a two-way video calling, which was a pretty impressive feat back in the days. Next is Samsung. CES is one of the most important shows for Samsung, and the company used the CES 2015 event to announce 9 different models of its Ultra HD TV series. The Korean electronic maker reportedly secured up to 60% of the Ultra HD market share and will also want to expand this across all consumer electronic products. The most premium of the Samsung models announced is a curved screen JS9500 model, which ships out later in the year. Nikon announced her first LCD touchscreen camera at the CES 2015. The Nikon D5500 camera gains operation in live view like touch autofocus and touch shutter, and it is touted to be a replacement of the D5300 model. Finally, have you heard of the Avegant Glyph, the headphone virtual retina display first announced at CES 2014? Now, this augmented reality device uses DLP technology to play video in 2D or 3D from your phone, your game console, or anything with HDMI. Now, for those who don't know what a DLP means, DLP simply means digital light processing. It's a display device based on micro electromechanical technology that uses a digital micro mirror device. Information and communication technology has evolved over the years, but there is a challenge in getting people to accept it. In today's interview segment, we shall be discussing the topic, enhancing your productivity using technology. And my guest is Idemudia Dima Okoje, who is an accomplished IT professional and also the country manager of WeChat. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
All right, today we're looking at productivity, how to enhance one's productivity using technology. And, I'm very, very bothered about the fact that we tend to do a lot of things with technology, but there is really no way to see how well we're doing in terms of productivity. And so the very first thing I would like you to look at is really, how can we improve our productivity using technology?
Productivity is basically doing any activity with the aim of having an outcome, right? Technology comes in when I see technology as an enabler. Let me put it this way. Technology is an enabler which allows you to have certain outcomes in line with whatever you're doing. So it's either it's reducing the cost, it's either it's making it, you're reducing time, it's also either you are making it more convenient. When you're able to do either of these three, then you're improving productivity. Technology, I think we spend too much on the term technology. It's just an enabler at the end of the day.
You know, but I'm glad that we're talking to a professional or an expert. And so I would like to know from your, because I'm sure that a lot of people within this field are really watchful and mindful about their productivity. At least I am.